Okay, my first horror movie is a B movie, and I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like B movies are still relevant today. Not relevant. That's not the word I'm looking for. They're entertaining, at least I think.
Yeah.
So I chose House on Haunted
Haunted
Hill.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Oh my god,
1959.
there's so many movies
that are called
with these
that, yeah.
words in the title.
It's
Switched
also
around.
It's 1959, right?
This is 1959.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
The important part is that Vincent Price was in it.
yeah.
That's the only thing you're really gonna know.
Oh.
And it was only an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was
Dang.
pretty. It feels longer though.
Technically a movie.
It
Yeah.
feels longer though because it's a B movie.
It does feel
Because
longer.
the editing isn't good.
So I guess Riff
but
Tracks
I'm-
did do that one.
Yeah, Riff Tracks did it. Yeah.
Yeah, Riff Tracks did it. So I'm highlighting this one. I did a lot of exploring. I wanted to. So we didn't watch horror movies growing up. Like mom and dad were not people who were into like the horror craze at all or anything.
They were not people.
No, they're no, and not everybody
I'm
is
joking.
right. Not
Yeah.
everybody's mom and dad are into stuff like that. But I became curious after I became an adult and was going to college. I was like, well, I want to know about all these movies I didn't see, and I did that with animated movies, and I did it with all these other foreign films and stuff. I was like, well, I want to know more about horror movies. So I literally went on Wikipedia and I went on a whole list of
Oh,
every horror
man.
movie like ever. I tried to do that.
That's cool.
And I just looked up like what they were all about, and it all kind of blends together anyway. But I love Vincent Price so much. Like I fell in love with him when I bought an audio CD from Barnes and Noble of him reading just Edgar Allan Poe because I was obsessed with Edgar Allan
Oh,
Poe.
that's cool.
Because of course, and he's just so great. Like what a great person too. And like
Yeah.
if he was still alive, like I found out too late, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
wish he was still around when I discovered him. But,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. And he was still alive when I was born,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is really sad to know now. But the movie is about I can't remember who invites all these people to this house.
It's
I haven't seen-
him.
A millionaire
is it
offers
him?
$10,000 to 5 people
Yeah,
who
it's
agree to be
him.
locked
But
in
I can't
a
remember if
large
it's him or his wife because him and his wife were always jabbing at each other. They're always trying to kill each other.
with him and his wife is what it
Yeah.
says. Yeah.
And so you never really know who's kind of really behind it all back and forth, except for the last person who survives in the movie, which is spoilers. And but this whole thing is just him and her getting after they're constantly getting revenge on each other back and forth.
Yeah.
Like trying to
and
scare
I
each
like that
other,
dynamic.
trying
I
to
like
get
that
each
a lot.
other's like
It's like
what is it?
the
Like
kids
the
out there-
ownage of the
Yeah, but the
marriage or
script,
whatever.
if
for the
you-
kids out there, it's like prank versus prank. Actually,
Yeah,
the
but
kids
it's their
would not know
lives.
what
I
that
don't-
is.
I
Never
don't
mind.
even know
the
what
kids
that
won't
is.
even know what that is on.
And
YouTube.
it's so funny because like they are like playing. It really is kind of like pranks because it's like, well, if they hit each other, I know
thought
they're
it was
trying
like
to kill
they
each
keep.
other.
Yeah, I
but,
thought they keep trying to kill each other.
Yeah, they keep
I've
trying
only
to
seen the
kill
first
each
15
other.
minutes.
But it's like, and like they're in the room. Whenever they're in a room alone together, they're like, I can't stand the
Yeah.
sound of your voice,
So, I
my
was just gonna
darling. And so
say-
it's like, what?
I was just gonna say like the script around their dialogue
Yeah,
back
it's
and
really
forth
bad.
between
Yeah,
each other
it's
is
very
pretty
hokey,
bad.
yeah.
But they're all really having fun doing it, which is another reason why B movies are so great to watch a lot of the time. Not all of them, but this is one of the best ones. And what solidified it for me was not just Vincent Price, but the skeleton.
Okay, look at the IMDb. Look who's listed in the IMDb right here.
Howard Hoffman.
Oh. There's a
There's a profile.
skeleton.
It
There's a
just says
profile of a
skeleton.
Yeah, and
skeleton,
it
and
says
it
who
says
plays it?
skeleton.
Skeleton.
Someone had to edit that. Dude.
I think so. It's like a perfect
that
picture of him.
solidified it for me. I was like, this is the best movie.
It's the
ever.
best movie ever. Yeah.
Well, okay, so we bought like at Walmart. They had like the 50 classics in a
Like-
in a binder or whatever that you could buy in a volume, and we started watching them. It has the original Dracula, the original Frankenstein, the original Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Yeah.
and this movie is on it. And
Yeah.
so
It was like a $5 bin.
it was
Walmart
$5,
thing, and it has
50 black and white
50
movies.
on it
50
for
movies.
$5.
And it says classic horror.
Give me one
and
second. Hang on.
what's his name? Cheney is on the cover.
50
Les
divided
Cheney?
by
No,
wait.
the Dracula.
Lon Chaney. I gotta look
Not-
him up now.
So
Sorry, not Dracula. He was also like Phantom
He
of the
was,
Opera.
yeah. Lon Chaney.
Lon
was
Chaney.
Lon
Yeah,
Chaney.
yeah,
Lon
yeah.
Chaney, yeah.
who was fan of the opera?
Yeah.
Wait, how would you do the math for that? Like, how many cents is each movie? Because if it's
50
$5
movies for $5,
I don't know.
10 cents a movie.
Anyway, that's my
No,
movie.
wait, no. It'd be that'd be 10. Yeah, it'd be 50. It'd be 10 cents a movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That movie was only 10 cents.
I mean, I think it's worth a little more than that.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, sure.
But anyway, that's my first movie.
Yeah, I remember you watching this, and I was like, man, this is boring. I'm gonna go in the other room. But it's like a staple.
I don't know. I had like a huge love for like
this stuff Camille del Toro was growing up watching. You know?
Right,
like,
right.
A lot of this from this inspired a ton of stuff later on, as hokey as it may be.
And me and Adelaide grew up with a lot of old stuff. Like, I mean, a lot of people our age or older grew up with stuff like on VHS.
Yeah.
There weren't DVDs or anything or streaming back then. So you had whatever was either lying around or was able to rent and stuff like that. And a lot of it was, I would say, bargain bin Disney, but literally it's from Disney. So it was like all their shorts that nobody really talked about because they could sell it for cheap or whatever.
Yeah.
In like volumes. So we watched a lot of black and white cartoons.
Well, those were actually collections, like the silver case ones.
No, this was before that.
Oh, it was before that.
No, that was when DVDs were around. This is before that. People didn't even know what those were.
Okay.
So we would see them like on TV, too, during Halloween specials and Disney Channel and stuff.
Mm.
And so we watched a lot of old stuff growing up. We watched the original Blob. We watched
yeah.
I love like Clash of the Titans, like the original, like
So good.
like speaking of horror,
Voyage of
if
Sinbad.
you want to check out those monsters, those are really terrifying monsters.
Ray Harryhausen monsters are
The
pretty
directing in Clash of
fire.
Titans though is more horror though than a lot of his monster stuff is.
Oh, because of Medusa.
Is that just because limbs get cut off
Like,
and stuff like that?
Well,
Like,
yeah, dude, the Medusa scene?
Yeah, Medusa's.
The
freaky.
witches aren't Ray
Yeah, the
Harryhausen's work,
witches.
but that is
Yeah.
disgusting.
They're pretty
like,
It's
silly.
it's a creepy film. It's a creepy film.
Calabas?
Calabas.
That is
badass.
horror right
Oh
there.
yeah.
That is horror.
Is he the skeleton dude?
No, he's the
Who's
son who
Calabas?
gets mutated into a
Oh
Satan.
yeah,
curse.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
messed up. Yeah.
The shadow scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mom and me were watching that one night, the remake that they did.
Yeah, the
and
action one.
It's
and
interesting.
I love it. I
like
love it. I love it.
It's good.
I like
you know?
that
I'm a
movie.
hardcore fan of the old
And
one. I
it
still
does
love
a good
it.
job
Yeah.
calling back to the original.
Yeah,
like it
it's
has
really
the owl
fun.
as a cameo. Okay, that's cute. But all the designs and even the
That's
Medusa
cute.
itself, like there's no skeletons. Like, well, that's a different Ray Harryhausen movie.
That's Jason and the
that's Jason
Argonauts.
and
That's
Argonauts.
later. Yeah.
But it's a good movie. I like it. Anyway,
I love it.
so House
Alright,
on
Jake's
Haunted
turn.
Hill.